Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Alexandra, and today I'm going to be showing you how to create a functional and beautiful entryway using Canadian Tire's TypeA line. I'm so excited about these products. I can't wait to share them with you. Today, I am at my friend Jess's home. It's one of the most beautiful homes I've ever been in. It's very rustic and lived in, and Jess is an art director, so every corner of her home has not been forgotten except this one. This entryway is the first thing you see when you walk into her home. She has this beautiful entryway, like console table situation, but the actual closet where she stores all of her family's shoes and coats and, you know, all of those entryway necessities is looking unorganized. It's not that beautiful, and so I am here to help. I'm gonna make over this closet in 7 steps. So these are all tips that you can apply to your entryway closet or your entryway hallway. I know that a lot of people who watch my channel are working with small spaces. Jess does have a bigger space, but at the end of the day, it's still a closet. I know a lot of you guys have these at home too. So I really hope that you're inspired to apply some of these tips into whatever entryway situation you might have. Let's get started. The first tip I have, and the first thing I'm going to do in this closet, is to take everything out and really assess the situation. So for you guys at home, assess what you have, donate anything that you might have outgrown, put things from different seasons away, so get rid of your flip-flops, your bike helmets, all of those things that you're not going to use in the winter, or vice versa if you're watching this in the summer, and just keep the things in your closet that you actually will use that season. So now that the space is all cleared out, I'm going to move on to tip 2, which is adding tons of personality before we get organizing. So as I mentioned, Jess's home is just filled with tons of corners that are like Instagrammable and perfect. This closet before just didn't have any decoration, and I feel like in an entryway or even a closet, you shouldn't look over those small details that will make a big impact. This is the first thing that guests see when they walk into the door. So I thought, let's jazz up this back wall with some peel and stick wallpaper. Peel and stick wallpaper is such a great decorating solution for renters. It's really easy to remove, and it gives her the option to change things up whenever she wants. So the first thing you want to do is line up the paper in the corner of the wall, and then you want to gently peel back the adhesive layer. It's like a giant sticker. Smooth it down and then use some sort of squeegee. Usually they will send this in the package to smooth it out on the wall. It is that simple. Usually when you order peel and stick wallpaper, you'll get a tool like this, and I find it really helpful. When you hit the baseboard, you want to make sure that the paper is really stuck right to the top of the baseboard, and then you want to take your X-Acto knife and just gently glide along the baseboard. Ready? Oh yeah. When you end up with a situation like this with your wallpaper, where the panel is too big, you want to overlap the last panel that you put down, like this. Make sure that lines up. And then you just want to make a crease right in this corner, and then at the end, you're just going to X-Acto it. So don't try and cut it beforehand with scissors. Never a good idea. It'll go all wonky. Then you'll lose a whole panel of wallpaper. So do it this way, and I guarantee that you won't have any lost wallpaper, and it will look super clean and neat. And honestly, guys, I feel like a lot of people are intimidated by wallpaper, but if I can do this, you can do it too. My My next tip is to create a hub in your entryway filled with things that you use every day. So those are those things that like you want to quickly grab, especially if you have kids. So I'm just putting this beautiful hook on top of the wallpaper, and I'm just hanging a cute little tote bag off this hook. And in this bag is going to be Jess's daughter's winter accessories. So those things that she's going to wear every day in the coming months. You could use this for your kids' homework, their agendas, those things that you need to grab and go in the morning. The next step is to organize your closet, which is probably the most important part. Canadian Tire actually has a whole line dedicated to organizing. It's called TypeA, which I actually think is a genius name for an organization line. And they have lots of items that are great for compact spaces, which I'm going to get into in a few seconds. These are from the Canvas line from Canadian Tire. So I'm going to be using these to organize all of Jess's family's like hats and mitts and summer items. And baskets are so great in an entryway because they hide things. But the thing I love about these is that they actually have chalkboard labels at the front. So you can label the baskets. Jess had baskets in here before. They weren't labeled, so you actually didn't know what was in them. And I find when you can't actually like see the things you have, you never end up using them. So this way she knows exactly what is in each basket, and it looks really pretty too. My next tip is to designate a spot in your closet or your entryway for shoes, obviously, because it's an entryway. I am so excited that Canadian Tire is sponsoring this video because they have a really cool line, as I mentioned before, called TypeA. The thing I love about this line is that on the website, everything is grouped into categories. So your entryway, your laundry room, your bathroom, your closet, all of those places that probably needs a little organization, you can find exactly what you're looking for. And a lot of the products are stackable and they're also expandable, which means that they work so well for small spaces. They store a lot, but they take up a small footprint, which is really great. And one of the key pieces that I love in this line is the shoe rack. So you can buy as many as you'd like. They stack upwards, which is great because you're using vertical space instead of horizontal space. And a lot of the time we don't have a lot of floor space. So putting things against the wall and stacking upwards is really great. My next tip is seating. I feel like every entryway needs a bench for two reasons. One, it's extra seating for your guests to put on their shoes, or it's a place for your kids to sit down at the beginning or end of the day to put on their shoes. And then I'm just propping it with this cushion. It's stripy and I love the way it juxtaposes against this chevron wallpaper. I love mixing patterns and I feel like in this case it really, really works. My next tip is lighting, and I feel like in closets or entryways, lighting often gets missed because you're focused on all of those other kind of organizational aspects of it, which is totally fair, but a light will change everything. And I hope that my kind of quick change of a light here inspires you to take a look at the light that you have in your closet and change it up. So because this is a very rustic style, I'm going for this beautiful globe light. It's just such a game changer. It ties this whole room together and adds a decorative element that wasn't super expensive. So for the final finishing touch for this space, I'm adding a faux fiddly fig. I know not everyone has a window like Jess does, so a faux plant is great in a closet. Again, it adds decoration and you don't have to remember to water it. I'm also placing yet another basket in this corner. Tall baskets like these are so great for just corralling all of those items that never seem to have a place. So Jess's daughter's lunchbox, her little backpack, they can just go in a basket and look really great. If you don't have extra space in your home to store those off-season items, just put them higher up in your closet, or in this case, use them as decoration. So I'm just propping all of Jess's hats on top of here. They're really cute, they look beautiful. They're tucked away, but they're also a decorative focal point of this closet. Even though Jess's entryway is so beautifully decorated already with this console table and the light, I'm just adding a couple of things like this coat tree, also from Canadian Tire's TypeA line. I think this is a great place for guests just to throw their jackets, so they don't even have to enter this room. They can just admire how beautiful it looks. But there's a one-stop kind of place for all of their accessories. And then I'm just laying down cotton and jute rug in front of this table. I always encourage people to go with a rug instead of an entryway mat because they're really easily washable and they look way better than any rubber or vinyl entryway mat. And there you have it, a completely transformed entryway that is now such a decorative focal point of this home. Who knew a closet could be beautiful? I maybe knew that. Thank you so much to Canadian Tire for sponsoring today's video and introducing me to the TypeA products. They will all be listed down below in the description so you can get this look in your own home. And yeah, thank you guys as always for watching, and I will see you next Friday. Bye.